Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tommy Zamp and I play guitar and get the let out. I am a full-time touring musician and we do around 130 shows every year. And on this channel, I like to bring you out on tour with me, talk about all things Jimmy Page, Led Zeppelin, guitar, and little tips and tricks that I've learned over my entire career. So if that seems like something that would be of interest to you, then hit that like and subscribe, man. It really helps me out, what I'm doing here on this channel, and helps bring this to more people that are trying to learn this crazy instrument here. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about target notes and how they can help with your phrasing, and also reference a video I did a while back describing my 2x2 and a 2x3 method. Everything will be timestamped below, so if you already know this stuff, you can fast forward through the video. But I encourage you to watch this section as well. And if you are struggling with some of this stuff, it might help flip that light switch on in your dome, and all of a sudden, eureka, it makes sense. So that's what these videos are for. That's why I like to make them. Everyone looks at the guitar differently. And you could have listened to 100 people say you have to do it this way. The one person who says it differently, all of a sudden, it makes sense. So that's the way I've always been. A lot of times, like, the fundamental way of looking at things doesn't make sense in any aspect of my life, not just with music. So call it, going by the beat of your own drummer or whatever. But these are the things that work for me. So without further ado, the concept, the 2x2 and a 2x3. This is a real quick review. If you want to watch the whole video, you can do it right here. But make sure your guitar is in standard tuning, E, A, D, G, B, E, okay? And if this note, you take this note on your 6th string, that's an A. Come down 2 strings, over 2. That's an A. So you have down 2, over 2, 2x2. Now do a 2x3. This is A, go down 2, over 3. A. So now you know A, A, A. I know you can do this string open, and this is also an A. But this concept works all over the fretboard. If your root note that you're going for is on your 6th or 5th string, okay? So now let's take this. This is D, go down 2, over 2. There's another D, down 2, over 3. There's another D. Now in the video I made about this method, I go into further detail, so feel free if you want to go check that out. So let's just talk about your major scale real quick, and then we're going to get into the target notes. So your major scale is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is your root. Starts over again. 1, okay? Now we're going to be in the key of A today for this video, but this concept works anywhere on the fretboard. Okay, so now that we got the 2x2 and a 2x3 out of the way, I want to talk about your major scale and how you're going to use this to find 3 notes today. Your root, your 3rd, and your 7th, your dominant 7th, okay? So let's use the major scale in A, which is the key we're going to be playing in. And it says 1 is A, 2 is B, your 3rd, your 3 is C sharp. So remember that note right there. 4 is D, 5 is E, 6, F sharp. Then we're going to go to your 7, which is G sharp, but that's your major 7. I want to use your dominant 7. So that's the note you're going to go for, which is G. So now that you've located those notes, you have A, is your root, there's your 3rd, C sharp, and here's your dominant 7, G. Those notes, where else are they in this position? Well, you can use your 2x2, 2x3. There's all your A's. C sharp. All right. Here's your G. So there's your root, your 3rd, and your dominant 7. You can also, now that you know that, you can do it here. Okay? So, again, if you're in a different key, if you're in G, they're in the same position. So the more you do this, the more you're going to understand that these notes are going to just kind of be in the same hand position, just on a different part of the fretboard. If you're in D, they're all right there. If you're in D here, they're all right there. Okay, same thing. If you're in G, it's kind of musical on its own. If you just follow a 1-4-5 change playing that, you know what I mean? So understanding where those notes are, now that's key. So you use your major scale, you find your root, your third, and your dominant seventh, okay? Now that you have those three notes, let's talk about some phrasing. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's do them again in order. We're going to target the A for your root note. We're going to target that C sharp again. Then we're going to target the G as your dominant seventh over an A chord, and you're going to hear how each one works together. And after this, we're going to use the other loop, and I'm going to show you how I like to use the dominant seventh when it's going to the 4 chord, okay? And I'll explain that in a minute, so hang tight. So check this out. Okay, did you see those 3 lines? I'll do it again, but we targeted the root note, then we came down and landed on that major third, then we came and landed on that dominant seventh. So one more time. Dominant seventh. Okay, so the cool trick is, and I'm going to explain it now, I'm going to show you when I go to the other loop, but when you land on that dominant seventh, when you go to the 4 chord, the cool thing is the major third of the 4 is right there. Now, doesn't that sound like it's resolved? Right? All right, so now I'm going to play the other loop, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Here we go. Root, major third, 7. To the 4 chord, major 3. That's pretty cool. So you're leading yourself in to the next chord. So the next loop I have up here is the full progression of changes. It's a 1-4-5 in A. So let's just review real quick where the root, the third, and the seventh are in A. The dominant seventh, and again here. Now let's review where the target notes, the same root, third, and dominant seventh are for D. All right, and now do it for E. We're not going to come up to this position, so don't worry about that. Back down here. And back to your A. Okay, so those are the target notes, and anything you do in between, just try and make it as tasteful, but land on one of those 3 on each chord. Okay, so check it out. Okay, so, and you can do whatever you want in between those target notes, and that it gives you a start and an end to your phrasing. And I think that is something that will help a lot of players out, especially beginner players that are trying to figure out, okay, well, I don't know where to go. Well, now you have a landing point, and that's the benefit of target notes, is knowing where you're going to land. So get yourself a looper, get yourself acquainted with the root, the third, and the dominant seventh of the chord that you're playing over, and have fun with it. And take it slow at first. Use a metronome if you have one, or if you're using a loop, just try and get that meter as solid as possible. And then the more you do it, the more you're going to get comfortable with it, and you can start adding in, maybe you want to boost up the BPMs a little bit and play a little bit faster. and maybe you want to add some extra chord changes into your progression. So, and it's going to keep evolving and evolving. So find your root, your major third, and your dominant seventh of every chord, and have fun. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. I do hope this helps. Let me know in the comments below. And if this video is helping you out and you hit that like and subscribe, chances are it's going to send this video out into the ether and more people are going to be turned on to it. And it's a win-win for everyone. So thank you guys very much. I do hope this helped. And as usual, my friends, be good to yourself and be good to each other. And I will see you all in the next video.